everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Tamara, and happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are doing great, because you are great. And today, we are gonna cook and sing! Let's go, let's have some fun. So guys, today we're gonna make one of my favorite dishes for Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. And this is one of my favorite pies, pumpkin! How many of you like pumpkin pie? Well, I love it. And we're gonna make that today. And we're gonna start with a homemade pie crust that I made. I am going to say though that you absolutely can buy your pie crust. I've done it many times. Nothing wrong with it. They've got all kinds of delicious frozen pie crusts available, and organic, all natural, any kind that you like. Absolutely perfectly acceptable, and some of them are pre-made, so go for it. But I like to make my pie crust now, and I'd like to share my recipe on another video. I am going to share how to make that pie crust from scratch. It's not as hard as people might think, because I used to think the same thing, but it's really not, and it's so much fun. You can do it with your kids as well. It's really fun. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our pumpkin pie filling. I like to use organic. Again, well, you can use any kind of pumpkin, pure pumpkin that you like. A lot of them come pre-flavored with the spices and the sugar already mixed in. I like to make it my own, and I like to do that myself. So it's your choice. So I'm going to show you what I do to make it super, super smooth. What I do is I'm showing you my secret. So we've got the pumpkin in here, and we are going to puree this, okay? I want to puree it till it gets really nice and silky. You just have to go by the look of it. Okay, so we're going to do that for a couple seconds. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 eggs. I use 2 eggs per 15-ounce can of pumpkin. So we're going to use 4. You can use 5. Sometimes I add an extra egg because I like it a little more fluffy, but it's your choice. I like to beat these in here first. I'm going to beat the eggs. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the pumpkin to the eggs. You know, when you're in the kitchen, it's your time to create. And whatever you're making, even the simplest dishes, create. You know, sing, sing. It's good for your heart. It's good for your soul, and it raises the vibration around you. It's been shown to reduce stress, and it has been shown to be very healthy, and it helps raise some of your happy hormones: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. We're gonna mix that up. At this point, I add in, this is for the 30 ounces of pumpkin. I'm gonna add 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Okay, and then this enables it to be even, in my opinion, much, much more silky. The texture comes out really nice. It's very, very silky, and I love it. It's my new thing. So I do not use sugar, and I do not use milk anymore. Like I said, I use the condensed milk. Everything is already measured out for you as well. So I do at least 1.5 cans of the sweetened condensed milk. Okay, and then you're going to want to taste it to see if it's sweet enough. Now you can just add 1/2 of that and add maybe a tablespoon of sugar. You can mix condensed sweetened milk. You can add some sugar to that. However you like it. You can add 2 cans of this. I usually go with 1.5 cans. It's actually works out where it's just sweet enough for me. I'm going to taste it for you, and then we're going to see if we want to add any more sugar, or if we want to add any more of the condensed milk. Yummy, it looks good. Pietro! we're gonna add our spices, all right? My favorite part. We're gonna add a teaspoon, little more, little less, depending on how you like it. You want it a little spicier? Please feel free to add a little bit more or a little less. That's up to you, absolutely okay. I like about a little more than a teaspoon. So we've got a teaspoon of cinnamon. Got about a quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We've got about a quarter teaspoon of ginger. It's gonna make the flavor pop. And we've got about a quarter teaspoon, probably not even, of cloves. Now the clove is very strong. That spice is a very strong spice, so be careful with that, unless you like it. Pinch of salt. Let's mix it in, guys. Okay, and lastly, I have an extra special ingredient that I like to use, and that is vanilla bean paste. I just put about, I would say, half a teaspoon, a nice half a teaspoon, I would say. And you know what? That adds extra flavor, and I really like it. So in that goes. You know, in the kitchen is your time. It's your safe place. It's your comfort zone. Even for those who don't cook often or don't always have the time, when you do, it is your place to create. I love to create all kinds of different recipes, and I do. In it goes. We are ready to fill the pie crust. I like to use a deep dish pie. That's just what I prefer for all my pies now. All right, I'm gonna give it a taste and see if it's sweet enough. Oh my God, it's perfect. Perfect. All right, so we're ready to put this in the oven, and we're gonna do that at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, at which time we are gonna lower the heat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's gonna be for about 40 to 50 more minutes, or until you insert a toothpick in the middle of the pie and it basically comes out clean. Then you'll know it is done. Get that right in there. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. We're gonna lower the temperature to 350 degrees. And in the meantime, I'm gonna give it a little clean up here, and I'll meet you back, and we're gonna make some homemade fresh whipped cream. So all you need is some heavy cream. That's it. I'm gonna take some heavy cream, and we're gonna pour it right in. I'm just gonna make the whole thing, or like half of it, or 3/4. It doesn't matter really. We'll just do the whole thing. Do the whole thing! Can't decide, just do the whole thing. You know, you can have leftovers and you can put this in your coffee. It's a great addition to your coffee in the morning as a creamer. It's delicious. Another note, I just wanted to let you know that some people like to add sugar into their cream. I do not. I feel that the pie is sweet enough without it. So again, it's your call. And you just whip it up on low speed. It's gonna take about, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And sometimes I'll put it on medium just to get it done quicker. Hey everybody, so it's almost done. Look how gorgeous it is. Another couple seconds. So we're gonna have amazing whipped cream to go on top of our pie. And we are done. How yummy! I'm gonna go ahead and keep this plain for my pumpkin pie. And we've got delicious whipped cream. Okay, so I'm gonna taste the whipped cream. Perfect, perfect. So our pumpkin pie is just about ready to take out of the oven, and we are going to have a lovely dessert, and we're going to top it with this amazing whipped cream. Our pie is done! We're going to make our next side dish that's traditional for Thanksgiving, and that I always make every year, at least a couple of different versions. I'm going to show you today. So here we have our fresh cranberries, and I like to use fresh cranberries for my cranberry sauce. Feel free to use whatever you like. They come in, there's cranberry sauce that is in jars, I guess pre-made. Absolutely use that if it's easier for you. We're going to put in 1 cup of water. To that, we're going to turn on the flame to a medium heat. We want to get it to a boil, okay? We're going to add our sugar, mix this in and incorporate this, combine the sugar with the water. Just kind of get it all incorporated together here. It's not that difficult to make, but I guess it's the love, right? It's the love! So it's boiling now. We're going to add the cranberries. Okay, and look at the color, look at this. Is this not incredible? You hear that? That is so cool. Okay, so I made a cranberry sauce last night, and I wanted to show you that another option is to just leave it plain. I'm also going to show you a version that I like to make for variety for someone who might like that. So here's one of the versions that I like to use to just make it a little bit different and a little bit more fun. All I do is I take the plain recipe for the cranberry sauce, and this is gonna add a little bit of like a zing, okay? What I do is I just sprinkle a little bit of lemon zest, and that looks so nice. And then I'm gonna use orange zest as well. And it looks really pretty. And it just makes it a little bit more special, a little bit more decorative. Now you can ground up some hazelnuts. I'm gonna keep them a little chunky today, but you can ground those up and just add a little bit of some chunky nuts on the top. So I'm gonna show you something that I made up literally the last couple of days. I call it a fruity cranberry sauce. So this is my version. I used a little bit of, yes I did. I used 3/4 of a cup of sugar for this. You're supposed to use a cup to a cup of water, but I did that purposely because I'm going to add some strawberry preserves. I'm gonna add some yummy whole cherries that I got at my local farm market. And I might even add some lingonberries, but I do this to thicken my cranberry sauce, and I do this to add different dimension, different flavors. Again, make it more fruity. And we're gonna add a couple of more spices that I like to add. Again, I kind of wanted to add some ginger, just a little bit, just to give it a little kick, but you gotta be careful. I would say not even 1/8 of a teaspoon. A little bit of nutmeg. Now we're gonna give it a mix, just mix that all in. It's fine still because it's very, very hot, as you can see, so it's gonna incorporate well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my preserves here. I'd say that's about 2 tablespoons. And we'll add the same with the cherries. And look how yummy that looks. Yum! And like I said, I purposely didn't use as much sugar because this is gonna be an extra fruity cranberry sauce, and it's gonna darken the color, and it's gonna be even more lovely. Okay, it's heavy. Let's pour this yumminess right in. Ah! Look at the color with the white, I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for about 5-10 minutes, and I'll see you back, and we're going to add our fruit. So we are gonna decorate this and make it extra, extra fruity. Okay, so we are lining, I'm gonna make a circular outline with peaches. I use canned peaches for this. You can use frozen, you can use fresh, whatever is your preference. And I like to just I love the mandarins with the cranberry. I often make that, but like I said, not everyone in my family likes the extra fruit. So I do this kind of for myself. So here it is, guys, 2 wonderful dishes, traditional dishes that I make every year at Thanksgiving time. Got lots more to make, lots more dessert, lots more side dishes, of course. And we'll be doing that together, I hope. So we're gonna just add some of our delicious whipped cream that we whipped up. I gotta try this for you. This is the fun part. Oh my goodness. It is like silk. Yes! Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you a big, happy smile heart, and have a great holiday, wonderful Thanksgiving. See you next time on Opera Chef Angel. Enjoy!